So the first step to this recipe is to scald your raisins. So you're going to want to put 3/4 cup of raisins in a saucepan and then just cover them with water until it's fully covered the raisins, and then bring that water to a boil. And once it's boiled, just let it simmer for about 4 minutes. Next, you're going to want to drain the raisins out and then pour them onto a paper towel on a plate to let them dry. And then put another paper towel over top. So the first step is to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and then you're going to add 1/3 cup of softened butter into a bowl with also a 3/4 cup of flour and 1/3 cup of brown sugar. I started just mixing it together with a spoon, but after a while it does get hard, so I go ahead and just use my hands to form a little dough to make the base of the dessert. So once you're able to form like a ball with the little dough, you're going to pat it down into a greased 8 by 8 inch pan. And then you're going to bake that in the oven for 5 minutes. So next we're going to prepare the filling that goes on top of that. So you're going to crack open 2 eggs and just beat them a little bit in your bowl. And then you're going to add in 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And mix that in with the eggs. Make sure there's no chunks left in the brown sugar in there. And then you're going to add 1/2 cup of corn syrup. And blend that all in with the egg and the brown sugar. Next, you'll melt 2 tablespoons of butter and add that into the mixture. And then add 1/8 teaspoon of salt. And then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of flour to the mixture and blend it well together. As well as a teaspoon of vanilla. And then you're going to add in your scalded raisins that have been dried on those paper towels, as well as a cup of nuts. I usually use full chopped walnuts, but I had walnuts and pecans, so I just used chopped walnuts and chopped pecans and mix them together. So you can use really any kind of nut you want, but it does call for walnuts. And then once that pan has gotten out of the oven, you're going to pour the mixture on top and then bake it in your oven for 25 to 30 minutes.